Hi, everybody. I'm going to show you how to do numbers 1, 2, and 6 on assignment 31. So, SOHCAHTOA, we're going to do 1, 2, and 6. If you need help on the IXL, I would highly recommend checking out the IXL help video. Cool. So for number 1, 2, and 6, we are solving each problem using SOHCAHTOA. And when we get our answer, we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So first thing I need to do when I'm working with number 1 is I got to identify my sides. So if this is my angle here, then I would have straight across would be my opposite. And then if I know that my 90-degree angle is straight across from my hypotenuse, right? So this side is also my longest side. That's how I know that I have my hypotenuse here. So thinking about O and H, I'm going to look up here at SOHCAHTOA. Which one involves O and H? I see it's this one here. So, right? The S stands for sine. So that is going to be how I start to set up my equation. So I'm going to write sine of x, right? Because I don't know what my angle is equal to 11 over 27. I chose that order because this tells me the order opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite 11 over hypotenuse 27. From there, I need to solve for x, and the opposite or inverse of sine is the sine -1, like that. And what I do on that side, I also have to do on the other side, right? So the sine inverse and the sine will cancel out, and it'll leave me with just x equals, and then I have to do the sine -1 of 11 over 27. So if I go to here, I go to functions, I go to trig. I have my regular sine, but I need sine -1. So I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to do 11 over 27. Something to notice, make sure, go up here and make sure that yours is on degrees because we're working with degrees in this triangle, not radians. So click degrees and make sure that that's turned on. And you'll see that we get 24.04. So it says round to the nearest tenth, right? Rounding to tenths, that's 1 decimal place. So 24.042. I'm going to look at this one here. The 4 is not going to round up, so I am going to leave it at 24.0. So my answer for this one, x equals 24, right? That's 24 degrees because we're looking for our angle. Okay. So that's number 1, using sine. Number 2 is going to use a different function. So here, first things first, same thing. I'm always going to label my sides. So here's my angle straight across. That would be my opposite. My longest side is going to be over here across from the 90 degrees. That's my hypotenuse. And then the leftover side, or the one that's next to the angle, is my adjacent. Right, so my adjacent. The O is 15 and the A is 20, so the H doesn't matter. So I can erase it if I want. And then I'm going to write my equation. So since this is O and A, I'm going to look at SOHCAHTOA. Looking at SOHCAHTOA, I see O and H, A and H, and O and A. So O and A must be this one with tangent. T stands for tangent. So I'm going to write tan of theta, or x in this case, is equal to, and it tells me the order, O over A. So 15 O over A 20. Like that. So I have my equation here. I want to get x by itself, so that means I need to get rid of tan. I get rid of tan by using the tan -1. Right, so same thing I'm going to do on my calculator over here. It's going to leave me with just x equals, I'm going to go here, go to functions, go to tangent, -1, and do 15 over 20. And I get 36.86. The 6 is going to round up, so I'd have 36.9. 36.9. And since x is inside, it's an angle, so it is in degrees. That is my answer for number 2. All right, so we've done one with sine, we've done one with a tangent. We're going to do a number 6, which will be the cosine. So let's double check why. So first things first, what's my first step? First step is to label, right? So I'm going to go straight across. This is O. My longest side across from 90 degrees over here, H. and left over next to is adjacent A, right? Which one doesn't matter? A is 8, H is 12, O is not a part of my problem for this one, right? So I have A and H. Thinking about SOHCAHTOA, A and H is cosine. That's what that C stands for. So I'm going to write cosine of X equals, and then it's A over H. So 8 over 12. 8 over 12. A over H. So I have this one here. So what do I use in order to get rid of cosine? I use cosine -1. What I do on one side, have to do on the other. Cosine -1 cancels. X equals cosine -1, 8 over 12. So I'm going to go here, go to functions. I want cosine -1, and I'll do 8 over 12. I get 48.18. That 8 is going to round up because it's more than 5, rounding up to 48.2. 48.2. This is an angle, so we measure angle in degrees right now. And we're going to put a degree sign there. And that is our answer for number 6. Great job. Y'all got it. Message me any questions that you have.